Hello children, good morning. I hope this is the morning time that we have in this offline session and hope that you are all in the finest of the conditions. Okay, we are dealing with excretory system and we have seen what is meant by excretion and the organs that excrete apart from the kidneys. Then we started with excretory system itself. Then we saw about the kidneys then the role of the kidneys, what happens inside the kidneys. We had talked about what is nephron and what is the function of the nephron. It does two jobs together. It does filter the unwanted things but also reabsorbs and reroutes it, the useful things into the bloodstream. Now we are going to move ahead with our next organs of the excretory or the urinary system. Okay, it is going to be ureters. So these are pair of tubes, as you can see in the picture, tube-like structures that originate from the renal pelvis. So this is the renal pelvis in the kidney. Okay, here it is not labeled, but then it originates from the renal pelvis of both the kidneys. This is just one side to show you that the urinary bladders are originating. Okay, so yes, this is a bladder. You can see there. Moving further, what about the urinary bladder? We just saw that urinary bladder. Okay, bladder is a muscular bag-like structure present below the ureters and lower abdomen. So this is its description. And what does it store? Obviously, the urine that is temporarily stored there, and it removes it later through the short tube called urethra. So it's going to be different for the males and the females. Okay, so for the females it's going to be the urethra. It is now coming to the urethra. We are talking about urethra here, but before that I want to just again have a look at the urinary bladder. This is the urinary bladder. It's going to store up the, what do you say, urine and for the temporary basis, and it's very essential for us to go and urinate as soon as the bladder is full, otherwise it leads to other complications. That is why wherever you are, whether in your class or whichever, whatever work you are doing, you need to flush out this toxic waste. Okay, it has very harmful effects otherwise. Yes, so urinary bladder we are done with. Urethra now, the last part where through which the urine is going to be pushed out from our body. It is a short muscular tube. Urethra. Okay, this is the urethra. Okay, look, the ureter, the bladder, the smooth muscles, the internal sphincter, external sphincter, and urethra. We'll see what sphincters are. So for the females, it is a short muscular tube that arises from the lower end of the urinary bladder. Sphincter muscles present in the opening and regulate. They are present in the opening of the urinary bladder and regulate the flow of the urine. So there are sphincters wherever in the stomach or in the intestine there are sphincter muscles. They are supposed to regulate the flow. They will allow a certain amount of urine to go out. So there will not be, it's just not like a tap in open. Okay, there are muscles, they hold up, they open and close. They are like, they can contract and relax. Okay, so why? Because the body decides when to open, when to close. So that those sphincter muscles are very, very important. These muscles relax to release urine out of the body. So they relax or they open up whenever you urinate. The process of expulsion of the urine to exterior is called urination or micturition. Okay, so there are two words given here. Whenever we urinate, the process is called as urination or micturition. Okay, so you learn these words. Next, furthermore, there is an amazing fact given here. Our kidney filters the entire volume of blood of the body about 400 times every day. Oh my God, that is too much, right? No? So much of important work our kidney is doing. That is why we are supposed to look after the kidney, just like our tongue demands some kind of taste and relations upon good food and all. But we also need to see, because everything, the major waste is been handled by kidney, and that is why you should see what does kidney like, what keeps the kidneys healthy. Okay, and so that they cooperate with you. So what happens when this urinary kidneys or urinary system doesn't work well? There are two common disorders of excretory system. Okay, in the amazing fact, children, I have messed out here with the PPT. In the PPT, you will find one more picture. It talks about what is present on the top of the kidneys. Okay, there are adrenal glands. So in the PPT, this is a PDF of the PPT. No, here it is not been saved, but you will go through the PPT, you will get the another amazing facts. Going ahead, common disorders are two very common ones. There are others also, but there are these two are the common ones: urinary tract infection and kidney stone. Let us see what is this urinary tract infection. So you can see these colorful bacteria, but they are, see what E. coli is something very useful in our digestive system, but it is good when it is in intestine, because there it is helping in the breakdown of the food. But when somehow while cleaning or whatever, mostly in women and sometimes in men, it does enter into the urinary system. That is the thing going wrong. Okay, it is not supposed to be there, and then it starts infecting. Okay, E. coli being useful, in fact it has been extracted, we saw, to make vitamin tablets also. But then here if it goes into the UTI, urinary tract, okay, then it is going to cause an infection. So E. coli is the name of the bacteria that infects. Okay, this is going to include bladder, ureters and kidneys. So it infects all the organs of the urinary system, and it is mostly in women than in the men, because there were the precautions to be taken, and if they are not taken, then there is a lot of chances of this tract infection. Causes of UTI: because of the bacterium E. coli, which inhabits is found in the digestive system. Just as I told you, this is caused by the bacteria E. coli, Escherichia coli. But then it is useful. It becomes harmful when it reaches here. It is useful when it is in digestive system. It becomes harmful when it is in the when it goes towards the urinary system. Okay, yes. It sometimes passes from anus to the urinary tract. So when it is been when we undergo defecation process through the anus, then that is the place from where it may get transferred to the urinary tract while cleaning up and all, if it is not cleaned properly. That is how it is. Then what are the symptoms? How to identify that this is a urinary tract infection? Well, then it is going to cause severe pain in the pelvic region, burning sensation during urination. Okay, you just cannot urinate. You have that so much of pain. It burns like you while urinating. Then there is a strong odor of urine. It will smell very bad. The urine is going to smell bad because of the bacteria. Increased urgency to urinate. You feel like you constantly, even if there is nothing to urinate, you just feel like, okay, you have to urinate, but there is nothing to urinate. If persists, it damages the organs of the urinary system. So if no medication is going to be taken, that it's further going to take a toll on each and every organ of the urinary system. So it's very important to take care of the kidneys. How are we supposed to do that? See, preventive measures. How can we prevent? We are supposed to take personal hygiene as a best precautionary measure. Okay, especially with the women, because when they have their cycles also, monthly cycles, and there are other complications with it. That is why cleaning part is to be taken seriously, children, not to have any kind of laziness in doing that, because then these are the diseases that take a toll on our very important organs of the body. So keep hygiene. Next is drink sufficient water to flush out the bacteria. Yes, so that there is enough of water inside the bladder to flush this E. coli thing. If it is already less amount of water, it cannot be flushed, right? Yes, so drink plenty of water. Next, treatment with antibiotics is recommended. Now that antibiotic thing, you cannot take it at home. You have to go to the doctor, who is going to prescribe you a proper antibiotic to kill the bacteria. Okay, so that is the last part of the UTI. Okay, urinary tract infection. This was the first disorder that we have seen in the kidneys. Before that, we saw the organs of the urinary system. Urethra we saw, urinary bladder and ureters. Ureters are the tube-like structures. They are going to carry the waste material from the kidneys to the bladder thing. Bladder is going to store it for some time, temporary time. When it is about to get full, you obviously feel like going to washroom. And then this is the place from urethra you urinate. Okay, it is also called as micturition. Then amazing facts. This is entire volume of blood of the body about 400 times every day. 400 times. Can you just imagine, in one single day your blood passes through the kidneys 400 times, so that it can remove the unwanted things and reabsorb the wanted things. That amazing your kidneys are. It doesn't get tired. See, common disorders we saw urinary tract infection for today, and we are going to see kidney stone, how, what happens, why does it happen, and what precautionary measures are we supposed to take. This all we'll see in the next session. So for today it was all this. Kindly attempt the test, solve the assignment, start solving the section 2 of the exercise. Please make this clay thing of the internal structure of the kidney. Even if you make it for you, the entire system, urinary system is also welcome, and you label it properly and post all these pictures or images or videos if you are explaining on in our team's group is going to be wonderful. Okay, let us see, you will do the best, and let us enjoy this learning with a lot of fun. Okay, you can use the whatever material you want to, clay or any other colored sheets, fluorescent sheets, or whatever it is. Okay, so children, take care and keep smiling, and keep others also smiling. Okay, and see you meet you in the next session then. Have a nice day. Bye.